Hey, welcome back everybody. I got something really freaking cool and unusual I'm going to do with you today. I'm going to give away a 3-day, 2-night vacation at one of our luxurious 5-star cottages. And by the power of video editing, you're seeing pictures of each of our cottages right now. On this episode, during this show, one of you is going to win a 3-day, 2-night vacation. This is $1,000 prize.
Hey, my name's Ken Dunn, and I'm a real estate investor. I want to welcome you to the No Money Real Estate Podcast. On this show, I'm going to interview elite level real estate investors from all over North America. And I'm going to help you to see one thing that all successful real estate investors have in common. They built their portfolios without using a dime of their own money. I've got a portfolio of $300 million in real estate. That includes resorts, apartment buildings, commercial buildings, and I built the entire portfolio without using a dime of my own money. Real estate is a business that anybody can get into, but the strategies that those tight real estate investors use to build massive portfolios have been kept secret for decades. Now, because of this show, I'm going to reveal them to you. So let's get started.
I'm going to talk to you right now about 4 simple steps that you have to master if you want to become a full-time real estate investor. If you're following me on this channel, then you're into real estate investing. If you want to build a 7-figure portfolio and make a full-time income so you can walk away from your job, you have to master these 4 skills. I'm going to talk to you about them right now. And then after I tell you about the 4 skills, I'm going to tell you how you can win a free vacation. All I'm going to get you to do is to make some comments in the chat, but I'm not going to tell you the end because I want you to pay attention to this. So let's get started. So I'm a full-time real estate investor. I own a company called Cottage Dream Vacations, and we are building these incredible resorts right across Canada. Also inside of my portfolio, we own 5 luxury cottages. We own a couple 4-plexes in Whitby. We've got 1 4-plex we're turning into a 5-plex, turning into short-term rentals. And I'm doing 3 flips at the same time right now. And I make a very significant full-time income. I also run a training community. It's called the Investors Growth Syndicate. Investors Growth Syndicate is a mastermind group that we have hundreds of real estate investors from right across Canada inside. We have people that are brand new to the real estate investing that get involved in it and they learn about how to do real estate investing. But we also have some of the top real estate investors in Canada in it. Now, why would people join a mastermind group, a real estate group, where it's new people and experienced people all in the same group? And I'll tell you why. It's because every single person that joins, I help them raise money. Inside of our company, we have a list of 7,000 private lenders who we have asked to give money to people to do flips and buy cottages and all kinds of things. There's nothing like it in Canada. If you want to know more about the Investors Growth Syndicate, then I want you to click on the link in the notes. It's going to take you over to a 27-minute video where I talk to you all about it. What I want to talk to you about right now, I'm going to do this in rapid fire, are what are the 4 things that you have to learn? There are 4 simple skills that you have to learn if you want to become a full-time real estate investor. You ready for it? All right. Number 1, you have to learn the art of buying properties under value. When I buy any type of real estate, the very first thing that I do when I'm looking at buying something is I figure out what it's really worth in the market today, and I will only buy it if I'm buying it cheaper than what it's worth. I'm going to look at a house 5 minutes from here in 45 minutes from now. And I'm considering buying this old dilapidated house to flip it. So I'll buy it, I'll renovate it, and I'll sell it and make money doing that. But I'm only going to buy it if I can buy it cheaper than what it's worth now. Those resorts that I'm buying all over Canada, I buy them cheaper than what they're appraised to be worth right now. That's how you figure it out, is during the process, you're going to get an appraiser who do an appraisal on what the property's worth right now. And you want to make sure that you're buying it at a cheaper price than that. So you got to master the art of really understanding what properties are worth. The second thing you have to master is using other people's money. You have to master the art of raising funds for your deals. One of my very first mentors 25 years ago who taught me real estate investing, he said, Ken, the secret to having freedom in real estate is understanding this one principle. You invest your money passively and you borrow other people's money for your active real estate projects. So essentially in my life today, I borrow or raise 100% of the money I need for every real estate deal I do. Now, I make millions of dollars a year right now, but I take that money and I lend it to other people in private loans. So it works passively and creates great income. And then I'm creating more assets on the other side, borrowing people's money. And there's a lot of rules that you have to understand if you really want to master the art of fundraising. And there's a lot of laws that you have to make sure that you're not breaking in the process. I've been through an entire review by the Ontario Securities Commission. And that review came to me because I've got some haters out there on the internet that complained. So they came in and they did an entire review of what we were doing. And they told me that the way I'm raising money is fine, it's legit, everything is cool, and I'm going to share those things with you. That's what you have to master how to do. And if you join the Investors Growth Syndicate, I'm going to teach you how to do that. But anyway, that's not why you're here right now. Step 3, you have to understand that in every real estate deal ever done, the first step in any project is to increase the value of the project. And I'll show you some examples. When I buy a house to flip, I'm going to buy it under value. I'm going to use other people's money to do it. I'm going to raise all the money that I need to do the renovations. Then I'm going to bring renovators in and I'm going to increase the value of it so I can sell it. If I buy an old cottage and I want to do short-term rentals, I'm going to buy an old dilapidated 3-season cottage. I'm going to borrow the money to renovate it. I'm going to renovate it, turn it into a 5-star 4-season cottage, thereby increasing the value. If you look at anybody doing major apartment buildings, the very first thing they do is they buy the buildings with private funds, then they renovate the building and increase the rents. When you're doing an apartment building, there's 2 ways to increase the value of the property. And you got to do both of them. You renovate the property and you increase the rents that you're charging. That gives you the biggest increase in value. But it's renovations. Everything. The step is renovations. And I tell people that are in our syndicate training community that the most important word in real estate investing is the word lift. Lift is the increase in value. So if you buy a place for 300 grand and you put 100,000 into the renovation, so that's 400 grand you have in, and it's worth 700,000 when it's finished, the lift is 300 grand. So the third thing you have to master is renovation, is increasing the value, is getting lift. And the last step in this process, every real estate deal has an exit. And you got to master the art of creating the exit. And let me explain what I mean. When I'm flipping a property and I sell it, I'm going to make between 150 and 200 grand in net profit. That's the exit. I sell the property. If I'm buying a cottage and my intention is to do short-term rentals and rent it on Airbnb, well, once I'm finished renovating it, I'm going to go to a credit union and I'm going to get them to give me a new mortgage, and I'm going to take the money they give me in the new mortgage. I'm going to pay off all the temporary private financing I used to acquire the property. That's called an exit. If I buy a massive apartment building and I get it closed, I use other people's money to do it, I'm going to increase the value by doing renovations, increasing the rent rolls. Once I get that done and it's stabilized and working, then I'm going to go to CMHC and I'm going to use a program called CMHC Select or MLI Select, and I'm going to get a new first mortgage up to 80% to pay back all the private financing. That's called an exit. Every real estate deal has an exit directly after you increase the value. Even in our biggest resort projects we're doing, at the Hay Bay Resort, I raised $10 million from investors. I got a $17 million construction mortgage from a private company. Once we open it, we're going to stabilize the property. We're going to take the value up to $50 million. Then I'm going to get a new first mortgage for $27 million. I'm going to give the lenders back, the investors back their money, and I'm going to give the money back on that expensive construction financing, and we're off to the races. It's all about exit. So if you want to become a full-time real estate investor, you got to master 4 things. Find properties under value. Learn to get money from other people. Learn to create the most lift in the projects you're doing. And finally, orchestrate a powerful exit. That's all there is to it. Now, how can you win a free vacation at one of my 5-star cottages? It's really simple. Listen carefully to this. If you want to win this 5-star cottage, there are 3 things that I want you to do. You do these 3 things, you're going to go in a draw for this cottage. Let me explain it to you. Number 1, you got to subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, right below this video, probably right there, is a subscribe button. You just have to hit it. Number 2, I want you to make a comment right now. And in the comments, I want you to tell me the 4 steps, the 4 things you need to learn if you want to become a full-time real estate investor. And I just taught them to you. I just want you to say, Ken, the 4 steps are, tag me in the comment and say, step 1 is this, step 2, step 3, step 4. And the third thing I want you to do is I want you to share this video on another social media channel. I want you to share this video on another social media channel. And I want you to say, hey, friends on Facebook or on TikTok or wherever you share it, on LinkedIn, my friend Ken is giving away a 3-day vacation at a 5-star cottage. All you have to do is watch this video. Tell them that. If you subscribe to the channel, you comment with the 4 steps, and you share the video, you're gonna go into a draw. On August 15th, I'm gonna go live on YouTube, and we're gonna put everybody's name in a hat. We're gonna do this draw right in front of you so you know it's done. Everybody's gonna go into it, and one of you is going to win a 3-day vacation at one of my 5-star cottages. Hey, listen, if you love this video, then participate in this challenge. If you thought this video was amazing, then subscribe to the channel and stick with me. I got lots more to tell you.